Gunnar Watson works the middle, and the wraparound to Jabri Barber. Ball is out, and that is a play that the Jaguars desperately needed. Allowed a red zone touchdown in 6 trips, but Webb switches that right there and takes the national lead with his 14th rushing. Gunnar Watson. It goes to Taylor. He will not get it. Moved backwards immediately by Marquise Robinson.
Into the inside of Lacey, impressive.
Directing traffic, trying to break a tackle. Still up, throwing deep for the end zone. Lacey is there. Pritchett. It's Jamal. For Guajardo, line it up. And the kick is good. That's certainly a win, though, for Troy.
Obviously, misexecution is really the thing that you know, they did a better job than we did in situationally. You know, we can't let them bleed us for 2 massive drives, a 12-play drive for 96 yards, 16-play for 75 yards at very critical moments in the game, right before half, and then at the end of the game when we needed to get a stop, and we didn't do that. Didn't get off the field. Some on 3rd down defensively at critical moments. You know, and obviously didn't finish well enough in the red zone. You know, you gave up 3 explosive plays to one player. Obviously, you know, tremendous job on Chris Lewis. He had a phenomenal game. But at some point, you know, you got to step up and make a play. You know, not enough guys that make plays on defense. Plain and simple is what it is. We are a defense that is not making plays right now when it matters most, and you're not going to win games no matter what you do. Tremendous job, you know, with our freshman quarterback. You know, just to be able to be gritty, tough in there, communicate, get better as the game goes on, extend drives. Bright future for him and this program with the ball in his hands. We need winners like that, more of them, that expect to make plays in those moments, and these will be great growth opportunities for him. Offensively, though, you know, you don't execute well enough in the red zone. You don't convert on 3rd down at all. Had some things that we've got to do a better job in terms of our operation to make it clean. Cannot have a situation like we did down in the red zone. You got to find a way to score touchdowns. You got to find a way to kick field goals. And we're probably looking at a very different game at the end there if we do those things. So we didn't make plays when it mattered, and they certainly did. And so those are hard pills to swallow. We've got to take ownership of it as coaches and players where we can. But right now we got to have more players that step up in moments, because we're not doing it right now.
Questions? The 4th down touchdown they scored, is there no review?
They said they reviewed it. I asked them to stop and review it, which, you know, they've said before a game, you know, as long as you communicate that they will look at it. But they felt like they looked at it well enough and confirmed that it was a touchdown, and didn't want to give me force me to have to call a timeout. So I appreciate their communication in there. Our Sunbelt officials they do a great job of communication, talking through things. You know, you're always going to wish certain things went your way, and they didn't, but that's just the job. I really appreciate our officials and the way they conduct themselves on game day.
At least like 2 of the touchdowns by Lewis was really good coverage. I mean, is it just you got to be able to get a hand up, or I mean, did the guy just make the play? He
made a play. I mean, he really did. We were in coverage. We were in position. You know, at some point, you know, you just got to make a play. You know, and there were also moments there before all of those plays where we had opportunities to get off the field or put them in a situation where it was going to be 3rd and long, or did not convert. And between missed tackles, missed execution, this defense ain't playing good enough right now. You know, and my background is in defense, and I'm always going to believe in us finding ways to get stops defensively. That's what Troy's defense did. That's what they've been doing, and totally unacceptable that we're not doing the same thing, because we're capable of that.
We're a little more conservative on 4th down tonight. punting from plus territory. Is
Yeah.
that freshman quarterback trying to take some stuff off of him?
I think you got to be careful with a freshman. I know, once I think there was twice that I went against the analytics, and I rarely do that, but I think you got to kind of look at this a little bit differently with the way that they were pass rushing and our quarterback. I saw our defense make some plays and had some stops, and I expect us to make those stops. But you can't give up a 12-play drive and a 16-play drive from way backed up and win the game. The explosive plays are the explosive plays. Number 6 had a tremendous game, but never really probably should have gotten to that point if we get stops and get the ball back for our offense. So, in hindsight, you'd love to go for one or two more of those, but felt like we probably made the best decision to protect our young quarterback.
Anything else?
Yeah, quarterback plan going forward. I mean, Carter potentially healthy for the next game.
Yeah, Carter actually had a really good week in terms of his rehab. That was encouraging to see. We've gotten some positive feedback in terms of imaging and what we're seeing there. So that all looks really good. Swelling, all that stuff has really gone down. So, I think we're pretty optimistic about next week in reality, but we'll kind of evaluate once we get on the other end of this weekend. Will be huge rest for him. That's the nice thing about playing early on a week. You get a little bit recovery on the back end, and so we'll just kind of evaluate where he is on Monday, Tuesday, and figure it out from there.
Same time, the way Gio played tonight, I guess, has to make you feel pretty good about quarterback next year.
I mean, it's exciting, it is. It's exciting about just the way he carries himself, So much of the quarterback position, there's a skill set that you have to have that's above the line, and he certainly has it in terms of his feet and running ability and all those things, but it's just the way he carries himself. He's just got that it factor. You're watching him before the game, and you're going, he may be a duck on a pond. His mind may be racing 100 miles an hour, but he's just cool as a cucumber. And moments like this will certainly help his career moving forward.
I feel like I played okay. Left a lot of stuff on the field. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but just a lot of things to learn and a lot of things I got to keep learning. But I feel like I played okay. Just feel like I let the team down, to be honest, though.
What was it like to have your first start in this kind of environment and situation?
It was cool to have my first start. Learned a lot from Carter, Dez, and Tanner. Helped me a lot on the sidelines. It was awesome, honestly. Of course, we want a different outcome, but it was honestly a great experience. I'll never forget it.
We played hard. I don't think we got off the field enough on third downs, fourth downs, and we let them drive too much. I thought Gio played a hell of a game. I thought he played really hard. A young guy coming into this environment, I'm proud of him, so we just got to bounce back, take these couple of days off, and get back to work, make a bowl game.
It seemed like you guys had a pretty good plan for them, but they made a couple plays here and there.
Yeah. They hit us with some big shots, explosive passes. I thought that receiver made some good plays. I didn't think the coverage was bad. We were getting pressure to him. He just made some good plays. Credit to him.
Talk about how you've been playing lately. He's 25, 26 tackles in the last 2 games.
I love this game, man. So it doesn't matter what's going on. I'm going to play as hard as I can and play for the guys in there. I love every single one of those guys. And this is my last go at it, so I'm going to give it everything I got.